All right, then, a very good afternoon and welcome back to the Liverpool Aquatic Centre. As I said, for day number 3, session number 6 of the 2022 Lancashire County Championships. This afternoon, we have 3 events for you, plus the finals. The events are going to be 3-5-1, the Women's Open 50 metres butterfly, 3-5-2, the Men's Open 100 metres breaststroke, and 3-5-3, the Women's Open 800 metres freestyle. And then we will follow that with some finals for the 100 breaststroke and the 50 butterfly. For everyone watching on YouTube, as we said, a very good afternoon to you all. And as always, we are going to be starting with event 3-5-1, which is the Women's Open 50 metre butterfly. There are 24 heats in this event. We're starting at heat number 1, so we will pass you down to the race officials.
So in lane number 1, we've got Matilda Mayo, lane number 2, Pollyanna Kershaw, lane number 3, Tilly Stevens, lane 4, Evelyn Flanagan, lane 5, Robin Salis, and lane 6, Megan Hacking.
All right, so as you can see, going through the first 25 there, we're looking at around lane number 4. Evelyn, who looks to be out in front at the moment. And as we said, for everyone watching live on the YouTube this afternoon, a very good afternoon from myself, Lee, and also Rianne as well, who are going to be taking you through the action. Well, coming into the wall and touching first in a time of 35.37 is Evelyn Flanagan. Or Evelyn, should I say, pardon me. There we go. Everybody's in. We move to heat number 2.
And in heat number 2, in lane 1, we've got Isabella Bonfield. Lane 2 is Elora Dawson. Lane 3, Abby Rogerson. Lane 4 is Maya Taylor. Lane 5 is Anya Foxwell. And lane 6 is Martha Sumnall.
So as they make their way through the first 25, not much between any of them. Lanes 3 and 6 just seem to be out in front at the moment. Abby, as we said, and Martha as well. We'll see if they can keep that up. Here's lane 6 at the moment, who has just got a slight advantage as they go under the flags. And as they come into the wall, she's going to touch. Here's Martha in a time of 35.64. We move on to heat number 3.
And in heat number 3, in lane 1, we've got Gracie Smith. Lane 2, Yasmin Elliott. Lane 3, and Megan Ellis. Lane 4, Olivia Rowland. Lane 5, Georgia Howard. And lane 6, Elizabeth Adam. And just letting you know, in heat 2, lane 2, there was a DQ.
So as they head up the pool, lane number 4 out in front. Olivia there at the moment, although everyone is fighting hard and tracking her down. But yeah, she's still up in front, being followed by lane 3, Megan, as they go under the flags. Once again, though, is going to touch the wall as Olivia in a time of 35.51. And we move on to heat number 4.
In heat number 4, lane 1, we've got Nicole Farley. Lane 2 is Jessica McNiven. Lane 3 is Evie Sampson. Lane 4 is Sophie Whittles. Lane 5 is Pip Herberg. And lane 6 is Laurie Whittaker.
So we have got some good luck messages coming in. This one, good luck to all the swimmers at Leyland Barracudas. And that is from Charlotte. Good luck, Charlotte. And that's from Abby. So thank you, Abby. But the swimmers all in a line here as they come under. Now, I'd say lane 2 is probably just in front, but it'll be on the touch as we come in. And actually, it is Evie Sampson of Southport who takes it in 33.75. We move on to heat number 5.
And in heat number 5, lane 1 is Kate Roberts, lane 2 is Charlotte Middleton, lane 3 is Lucy Beasley, lane 4 is Darcy Dixon, lane 5 is Laura Caterino, and lane 6 is Caitlin Suchu.
Yeah, so as I said, if you are wanting to send in your good luck messages on Twitter, hashtag LancsChamps2022, and we'll read them out for you. But yeah, again, got three swimmers. So coming in the line, obviously looking like lane 5 is just out in front with 4 giving chase. Touching the wall is Laura David Caterino of Oldham Aquatics, and a time of 34.53. Move on to heat number 6.
And in heat number 6, we've got lane 1, Jessica Ball, lane 2, Phoebe Grogan, lane 3, Neve Mussel, lane 4, Hannah Lamore, lane 5, Lucia Day, and lane 6, Sadie Wilson.
So as they go through the first 25, looks like lane 2, there is Phoebe Grogan of Wigan Best out in front at the moment. Giving chase is her teammate, Neve Mussel, in the lane next to her in 3. Looks like them two, although 5 and 6 are not far behind either. As they come in, Phoebe touches at 32.53, with Neve at 33.86. We move on to heat number 7.
In heat number 7, lane 1 is Kerry Sullivan, lane 2 is Lottie Badger, lane 3 is Gabrielle McCulloch, lane 4 is Hannah Lee, lane 5 is Layla Morris, and lane 6 is Clara Spence.
Team managers and coaches, if we can have up to heat 16 for event 351, the open 50 metres butterfly, to marshalling please. Up to heat... So as they go under the flags and into the wall, who's going to take the touch? It's Clara Spencer in 33.13. We move on to heat number 8.
In heat number 8, we've got lane 1, Joni Dunn. We've got lane 2, Honor Lucas. Lane 3 is Molly Figgins. Lane 4 is Angelina Spencer. Lane 5 is Madison McFadden. And lane 6 is Charlotte Wilson.
Some more good luck messages. Go, 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 Sammy D. Love it all and Pip. Thank you very much. as the swimmers make their way into the last 15. Again, very close indeed on this one. Take your pick as they come underneath the flags to see who's going to touch first. Here we go. And in first in 33.18 is Angelina Spencer from the Burnley Bobcats. We move on to heat number 9.
In heat number 9, lane 1, we've got Rosemary Holding. Lane 2 is Ellie Hayworth. Lane 3 is Libby Poole. Lane 4 is Mia Rowe. Lane 5 is Abigail Shepherd. And lane 6 is Grace Waring-Hewlett.
So again, as they go through the 25, it looks like lane number 6, and Grace Waring-Hewlett is out in front. The rest of them, though, are all very close. It is 6, 1 and 2, not far behind either, though. The outside lanes taking this one. Touching first is Grace Waring-Hewlett in 32.27, with teammate Ellie Hayworth touching in 32.83. Move on to heat number 10.
In heat number 10, we've got lane 1, Grace Taylor. Lane 2 is Isabel Brearley. Lane 3 is Hannah O'Brien. Lane 4 is Faith Fellows. Lane 5 is Alexandra Prince. And lane 6 is Megan Doherty.
So again, as we said, with many of these heats now, looking very close. Could be the two of the Blackpool swimmers seem to be out in front. I'm saying lanes 3 and 5. But again, as they come under the flags, we will see who can finish off fast. And it's a joint first place in that one with Alexandra Prince in 5 and Hannah O'Brien in 3. We move on to heat 11.
In heat 11, lane 1 is Poppy Elliott. Lane 2 is Jasmine Bullock-Teal. Lane 3 is Madeline Hemmers. Lane 4 is Grace Riad. Lane 5 is Heather Moore. And lane 6 is Sandra Jacker.
So as you move through the last 15, looks like lane 1 and 2 actually having a duel as they come under the flags and into the wall. Touching first is Jasmine Bullock-Teal, 32.46. We move on to heat 12.
In heat 12, lane 1 is Lucy Linton. Lane 2 is Amelia Moss. Lane 3 is Isabel Lavender. Lane 4 is Jenna Cross. Lane 5 is Caitlin Gibson. And lane 6 is Madeline Smith.
Can we now have up to heat 20, if you haven't already done so, for the butterfly through to marshalling, please. Again though, sounding like a stuck record, but we're coming into the flags. There's 2 or 3 swimmers. It looks like lane 2 is out in front, Amelia Moss, and she is touching in 32.29. Move on to heat 13.
In Heat 13, lane 1 is Emily Wade, lane 2 is Leah Meller, lane 3 is Pippa Darlington, lane 4 is Ava Grace Hodson, lane 5 is Sarah Mann, and lane 6 is Heidi Hailwood.
Moving rapidly through these heats. Lane 3, 5 and 6 leading the way in this particular one. We said it does look like lane 3 just has a little advantage on her teammate in 5. I said he come under the flags, hitting the wall. There's Pippa Darlington in 32.18. Move on to heat 14.
In Heat 14, lane 1 is Maya Smith, lane 2 is Grace Rooney, lane 3 is Lucy Vaughan, lane 4 is Harriet Rawlings, lane 5 is Olivia Edgar, and lane 6 is Emma Holmes.
So again, over the 25, looks like lane 4 is just out in front. That'll be Harriet Rawlings of Southport. Again, very, very close. With lanes 3 and 5 giving chase, Lucy Vaughan and Olivia Edgar, as they come in to touch the wall. In 31.62 is Harriet Rawlings. Move on to heat 15.
And in Heat 15, lane 1 is Blair Richardson, lane 2 is Georgia Eccles, lane 3 is Olivia Borland, lane 4 is Samantha Harrington, lane 5 is Amy Myers, and lane 6 is Grace Morley.
Can we have all remaining swimmers for event 351, the 50 butterfly through to marshalling urgently, please. Thank you. So as they make their way through the final 15, lane 6 looks to be out in front there, from what I can see, as they come under the flags and into the wall. It is Grace Morley in 31.12. Move on to heat 16.
And in Heat 16, lane 1 is Caris Blake, lane 2 is Abigail Turner, lane 3 is Ruby Crossman, lane 4 is Jenny Liu, lane 5 is Eleanor Edwards, and lane 6 is Amelia Picton.
So you'd say it looks like lane 4 out in front, but very close this heat, and possibly lane 3. There's lane 3, only just as they come under the flags and into the wall. And it is Ruby Crossman, 31.39 from Oldham Aquatics. Move on to heat 17.
And in Heat 17, lane 1 is Elizabeth Gregson, lane 2 is Evie Cutter, lane 3 is Amelie Elliott, lane 4 is Chloe Shaw, lane 5 is Alice Volkovaya, and lane 6 is Lucia Lesty.
So as they go through the first 25, very, very close. Lane 1 is out in front at the moment as they come under the flags and into the wall. It is lane 1 in 31.24. We move on to heat 18.
And in Heat 18, lane 1 is Ruby Swinney, lane 2 is Grace Jackson, lane 3 is Lauren Cussig, lane 4 is Bailey Seary, lane 5 is Eve Horton, and lane 6 is Anna Healy.
So again, very, very hard to pick out at the moment. 2 and 3, but again, you can pretty much say it's going to be any at the moment. 2 looks like to have the lead as they come into the wall. It is Grace Jackson in lane 2 in 31.25. We move on to Heat 19.
In heat number 19, we've got lane 1, Georgia Carroll, lane 2 is Mia Mason, lane 3 is Georgiana Bott, lane 4 is Emily Latham, lane 5 is Madison Renz, and lane 6 is Gabrielle Booth.
Team coaches and managers, event 352, the open 100 metres breaststroke for the boys. Can we have first 4 heats to marshalling, please? So as they go under the flags, looks like lane 4, as they touch, it is lane 4. Emily Latham with 31 dead. Now we move on to Heat 20.
And in heat number 20 in lane 2, we've got Elsu Calderbank. Lane 3 is Catherine Waters. Lane 4 is Caitlin Wilson. Lane 5 is Bethany Shum. And lane 6 is Caitlin Mailer.
So at the minute, it looks like Caitlin's out in front over in lane number 6. So as they're going under the flags, let's say the outside lanes leading the way. But it is Caitlin Mailer touching in 30.54. We move on to Heat 21.
And in heat 21, lane 1 is Gracie Louise Potts, lane 2 is Charlotte Collinson, lane 3 is Francesca Brady, lane 4 is Nicole Adieye, lane 5 is Holly Carnes, and lane 6 is Brittany McCangu.
So it looks like Brittany McCangu over in lane number 6 is out in front. Again, as they come in, although lane number 2, also Charlotte Collinson working hard and taking the lead as they come into the wall. It's Charlotte Collinson in 30.74.
And in heat 22, we've got lane 1, Daniel Brady. Lane 2 is Mia Buslim. Lane 3 is Hattie Varley. Lane 4 is Lucy Turner. Lane 5, Lisa Bazagi. And lane 6, Aliyah Day.
So again, as you can see, making her way up the pool, it looks like lane number 3 might have the lead, and she does as she's coming into the final 5. Hattie Varley going through and touching the wall in 29.47. Fantastic time there from Hattie. We move on to Heat 23.
And in heat 23, lane 1 is Lily Lampearcy, lane 2 is Tilly Copeland, lane 3 is Ella Williams, lane 4 is Lucy Canavan, lane 5 is Hannah Morris, and lane 6 is Ella Price.
So again, through the first 25 and into the last 15 they go. As we said, it looks like lane 3 at the moment has got the lead. Ella, well again, everyone coming back strong, but Ella touches this time in 29.15. We move on to the last heat in this event. This is heat number 24.
And heat 24, we've got lane 1, Amy Crompton-Hesford, lane 2, Maisie Hosking, lane 3, Olivia Marshall, lane 4, Olivia Lloyd-Jones, lane 5, Martha Smith, and lane 6, Molly Warburton-White.
So again, lane number 3, we've got Olivia. And he's leading the way. Again, coming under the flags, looking to go under 30, which she will do comfortably. She touches in a time of 28.70. Okay, we move on to event 352, which is your men's open 100 meters breaststroke. There are 13 heats in this event, and we go to heat number 1.
And in heat number 1 from Garstang, we've got Aaron Nolte in lane 2. In lane 3, James Farnan is from the Isle of Man. And lane 4, Samuel Williams from Bolton Metro.
All right, so now we can actually take a referee on. That's nice. Just to let you all know, as we said, just again, if you wanted to send in your good luck messages, as always, on Twitter, make sure you put your messages in. And at the end of it, make sure there's hashtag LanksChamps2022. So at the turn, should I say, Bolton Metro Samuel Williams is out in front on 43.58. But it is very, very close in the middle lanes. I said James giving chase.
And this is looking quite a close race between James and Samuel. Who is going to take it at the touch here?
Come under the flags, neck and neck.
They're both fighting hard. And lane number 3, James Farnan takes it in 1:32.62.
We move on to heat number 2.
So in heat number 2, in lane 1, we've got Callum Byrne from Southport. We've got lane 2, Cormac Whiteley from Ramsbottom. Lane 3 is Nicolas Castiniera Moss from Crosby. Lane 4 is Leo Talbot from Bolton Metro. And in lane 5 is James Vaughan from Wigan Best.
All right, we have some finalists to announce for the Women's Open 50-metre butterfly. In the 10 and 11 years age group from Wigan Best is Gracie Smith. In the 12 years age group from City of Manchester is Kerry Sullivan. From Stretford, we have Olivia Rowland. From Southport is Evie Sampson. From the City of Liverpool is Evelyn Flanagan. From Everton is Martha Sumnall. And from Leyland Barracudas is Megan Ellis. The reserve finalists are Lowry Whittaker of Preston and Abby Rogerson, also of Preston. Moving to your 13 years age group, from City of Salford, we have Gabrielle McCulloch. From Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. From City of Salford is Lucia Lesty. From Charlie Marlins is Olivia Edgar. From Preston is Horner Luckhurst. From Wigan Best is Neve Mussel. And your reserves, from Ormskirk is Joni Dunn. And from the City of Salford is Sophie Whittles.
And lane 3 is going to win this heat. Nicholas Castaneda Moss touched in 1:26.80. Moving on now to heat number 3. So in heat number 3, lane 1, we've got Dylan Madican from Crosby. Lane 2 is Joshua Paul from Ormskirk. Lane 3 is Benjamin Cook from Burnley. Lane 4 is Matthew Soers from Wigan Best. Lane 5 is Nathan Healy from Wigan Best. And lane 6 is Archie Lorimer from Clitheroe.
If we can now have up to heat number 10 through to marshalling for the men's open 100 metres breaststroke, please. Moving back to your finalists for the 50 butterfly. In your 14 years age group, from City of Salford is Alice Volkovaya. Also from Salford is Gracie Louise Potts. From Preston is Charlotte Collinson. From City of Salford is Grace Jackson. Southport's Harriet Rawlings. And Wigan Best, Lucy Vaughan. Our reserve finalists, from Wigan Best is Phoebe Grogan. And from Preston is Zara Mann. Moving on to your 15 years age group, from City of Salford is Brittany McCangu. Wigan Best, Caitlin Mailer. Leyland Barracudas, Hannah Morris. Bolton Metro's Lisa Bazagi. Bootles, Grace Morley. Burnley Bobcats, Caitlin Wilson. And your reserve finalists from Oldham Aquatics are Ruby Crossman and Aquabirds, Lauren Cusick.
And lane 1 has touched in 1:25.79 to win that heat.
We move to heat 4.
In heat number 4, in lane 1, we've got Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. Lane 2 is Alfie Owen from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is James Fothergill from the City of Manchester. Lane 5 is Albert Smith from the City of Manchester. And lane 6 is Harry Oakes from the City of Salford.
Moving back to your finalists for the 50 butterfly for the women. In your 16 years age group, from Blackpool Aquatics, your finalists are from Blackpool Aquatics, Elizabeth Gregson. From Wigan Best is Amy Crompton-Hesford. City of Liverpool, Mia Burslem. City of Manchester, Tilly Copeland. Wigan Best, Francesca Brady. And City of Manchester, Mia Mason. Your reserve finalist for that is Wigan Best, Steve Horton. And Leyland Barracudas, Danielle Brady. Moving to your 17 years and over, your finalists are from Clitheroe, Martha Smith. The City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones. From the Isle of Man, Olivia Marshall. From Preston, we have Ella Williams. From Burnley Bobcats is Hattie Varley. And from City of Manchester is Lucy Canavan. Your reserve finalists are Lucy Turner from Burnley and Maisie Hoskins from City of Manchester. You have 15 minutes for any withdrawals. Thank you.
And James Fothergill from the City of Manchester wins that heat in 1:19.22. Moving on now to heat number 5. And in heat number 5 in lane 1, we've got Dylan Foster from Southport. Lane 2 is William Irvine from Crosby. Lane 3 is Joshua Keogh from Bolton Metro. Lane 4 is Rowan Allison from Preston. Lane 5 is Tom Wilde from Garston. And lane 6 is Brandon Taylor from Chorley Marlins.
So another good luck message. Swim fast Jacob Brooks, up the Manxies. Thank you, Connor, for that one. But as the swimmers make their way down through the first 50, so it's 3 and 4 who are out in front. 3 going to be touching first at the turn, and he is Joshua Keogh in 37.81. But very, very close behind him, Rowan Allison of Preston in 38.02. As you said, it is them two out in front, but the rest of the field not far behind. Lane number 5 pushing hard, as well as lane 2 as well. As I said, lane 5 is on an... Lane 5 and 6 are on an absolute flyer coming down this back 25. So they're coming into the last 15. It's still lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6 is coming into contention as well. As they start to make their way under into the last 5 metres. But lanes 3 and 4 look to be, and who's it going to be? It is lane number 3, Joshua Keogh, 1:21.21. We move on to heat number 6.
And in heat number 6 in lane 1, we've got Shreyas Mishra from St Helens. Lane 2 is Lewis Gilbert from the City of Manchester. Lane 3 is Conor O'Boyle from Everton. And lane 4 is Felix Breakwell from Carnforth. Lane 5 is Saul Sharp from Blackburn. And lane 6 is Joshua Hayes from Wigan Best.
So as they make their way up the pool, looking like lane 2 should I say. Lewis Gilbert seems to be out in front at the moment. Turns there, yes he is. Rest of the pool not so far behind. And Lewis turning at 35.67 as they make their way back down. And so now, as you can see, the rates of the strokes pick up as they head back down this way. Lane 2 still out in front and pushing away, in fact, as he makes his way into the last 25 of this 100 metres breaststroke, heat number 6. As I said, into the last 15, and it is still Lewis out in front, but the rest of the heat is very close together. Maybe lane number 6, Josh Hayes just there out in second at the moment, but again, it's going to come into the touch. Lewis touches on 1:17.71, and it is Josh Hayes who touches second in 1:21.30. We move to heat 7.
And in heat number 7, we've got lane 1, Oliver Titley from Lancaster. Lane 2 is Isaac Jones from Preston. Lane 3 is Ethan Coleman from Blackburn. And lane 4 is Lawrence Nadadai from Stretford. Lane 5 is Jamie Ball from Burnley. And lane 6 is Luke Cunnin from Liverpool.
So as they are coming down through the first 50, on the touch, it is Lawrence in lane number 4. Turned on a time of 35.57. Ethan in lane 3, not far behind on 36.01. The one stroke that you see so many different variations throughout the swimming pool. But at the moment, as we said, it is still Lawrence in lane 4, who is out in front. With Ethan giving chase in 3. And again, even Isaac coming back in lane number 2 as well. But as it has been for the entirety of the race so far, Lawrence still out in front. But a big strong finish coming in from Ethan as he made their way into the wall. There we go, Lawrence just takes the touch on 1:17.47. Move on to heat number 8.
And in heat number 8, in lane 1, we've got Jonathan Waters from Blackpool. Lane 2 is Charlie Shine from Bury and Elton. Lane 3 is Jacob Brooks from the Isle of Man. Lane 4 is Harry Lee from Preston. Lane 5 is Luke Berry from Bolton Metro. And lane 6 is Oliver Carter from Bury and Elton.
So more with the good luck messages. Good luck to Amaze Balls, Ellie Hayworth and the rest of Preston Swimming Club. And also, good luck in the 800 free to Ella and Emily Bloxage. Love from Mum. Yeah. So as they are making their way back down the pools, we're saying good luck in the 800 free. Ella and Emily Bloxage, love from your mum. So thank you, Nicola, for that one. But as we said, swimmers heading back down towards the final 15 of this particular heat. Lane number 5, who's turned first and is still out in front by over a body length at least, and going under the flags there. As said, Luke Berry touching the wall in 1:15.24. Move on to heat number 9.
And in heat number 9, in lane 1, we've got Ethan Roberts from Leyland. Lane 2 is Adam Seddon from Oldham. Lane 3 is Joseph Jones from Southport. Lane 4 is Daniel Canavan from Aquabears. Lane 5 is Max Harvey from Liverpool. And lane 6 is Ehi Ichwa from Stretford.
So very close, as we said, coming under the flags for the first time here. Looks like lane number 3, Joseph Jones, and it is touching first 35.46. But you've got 1, 2, 3 swimmers all turning on a 35, so very, very close. In fact, everyone turning 35 and 36. And as you'll be able to see as you're watching, not much between any of these boys as they make their way through into the final 25. As I said, probably looking at the moment is Joseph Jones in 3. But again, it's not much at all. The whole heat's working hard. And Joseph Jones, and possibly up in 6, Ehi as well. But as they come under the flags and into the wall, it is going to be Joseph Jones in 1:16.74. We move on to heat 10.
And in heat 10, in lane 1, is Luke Aitken from the city of Salford. Lane 4 is Finlay Pope from Ramsbottom. Lane 5 is Cameron Ayres from Southport. And lane 6 is Ethan Kelly from Crosby.
If you haven't already done so, can we have all remaining swimmers for event 352, the 100 breast through to marshalling, and can we have the first 2 heats of event 353, the women's open 800 metres, freestyle, also through to marshalling, please. So there you go on the turn, everyone turning on a 35.36. It's Cameron who turned first in lane number 5 of Southport. But once again, and as you would expect as we get towards the final heats in these events, it is very close. Lanes 1, 5, 6, all pushing hard. And as they're heading towards the 5 metre flags, I think lane number 1 might be coming through to take this one. And it is again, Luke Aitken finishing strong as always in a time of 1:14.88. Move on to heat number 11.
And in heat number 11, in lane 1, we've got Eber Clayton from the City of Manchester. Lane 2 is Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best. We've got lane 3, Nathan Holmes from Preston. Lane 4 is Fraser Cook from Southport. Also from Southport in lane 5 is Thomas O'Donnell. And lane 6 is Oliver Parry from Oldham.
So at the minute you've got your golden lanes. Lane 3 and 4 out in front. Nathan and Fraser, not much to choose between them. And it goes to show there with 3/100ths of a second between them. Fraser touching just first on the turn at 32.45, but with Nathan touching at 32.48. It is anybody's heat as they make their way back down. Again, so it is them two. And again, as we come into the last 15, lane number 5, Thomas O'Donnell coming back very strongly as well. Looks like his teammate might just have the lead at the moment in Fraser, but they go under the flags and they come into the touch. Oh, and it's Preston's Nathan Holmes in 1:10.73. We move on to heat number 12.
In heat number 12, in lane 1, we've got Jamie Clayton from Burnley. Lane 2 is Alexander Turnbull from the Isle of Man. Lane 3 is Luke Adams from the City of Salford. Lane 4 is Matthew Charlesworth from Blackpool. And lane 6 is Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool.
So, as they head to the turn, as I said, it is lane number 3, the City of Salford's Luke Adams touching first at 31.80. And continues to work hard as he makes his way back down the swimming pool. And in towards the last 25. As I said, it is Luke Adams in front, but Matthew Charlesworth is chasing hard as well. But as it has been all race, and as they come into under the flags, it is going to be lane number 3, Luke Adams, touching in 1:08.48. We move on to the final heat in this event. This is heat 13.
And in this last heat, heat 13, we've got lane 1, Nathan Lockett from the City of Salford. Lane 2 is Dakota Ravitali from Oldham. Lane 3 is Toby Ranson from the City of Manchester. Lane 4 is Charles Kelly from Southport. Lane 5 is Wan Ming Gao from the City of Manchester. And lane 6 is Harvey Kinnear from Preston.
So on the turn, Dakota out in front, 30.76. Got himself nearly a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. I said Toby Ranson giving chase in lane number 3, just next to him there. I said Dakota looking very good as he makes his way into the last 15 metres. And under the flags he goes, and as he comes into the wall, he's going to take the time of 1:07.11. So there we go, that is everyone in there. So what we're going to be doing now is moving on to event 353, which is the Women's Open, 800 metres freestyle. We have 5 heats in this event. This is heat number 1.
And in this first heat, we've got lane 1, Pollyanna Kershaw from Blackpool. Lane 2 is Alyssa Boslem from the city of Salford. Lane 3 is Lily Duke from Stretford. Lane 4 is Lauren Watson from Wigan Best. And lane 5 is Kate Roberts from Leyland Barracudas.
All right, so just to give you a bit of information, as we said, really settle in here whilst we go through the 10 minutes or so, hopefully a little bit less for the races. The fastest junior entry time for this competition, or for this event, is held by Eleanor Kay of Bolton Metro. She's entering in the junior section in a time of 9 minutes 7:76. And the fastest senior time is held by City of Manchester's Caitlin Lansom. Her entry time is 8 minutes 54:84. So we'll see if anyone can get anywhere close to them. Turning at the 100, Alyssa Boslem, the City of Salford, goes round in 1:11.89. Again, just to give you a reminder, wherever you may be, if it's at home, enjoying the sunshine in the car park here at Wavertree, in a coffee shop, in a McDonald's, whatever you might be doing, send in your good luck messages. Send in your good luck messages on Twitter with hashtag LancsChamps2022. And we'll read them out for you. Just very quickly before we get some finals read out for you. Again, we'll give you some scores on how the teams are faring in the relevant competitions, in the championship scoring, and of course in the age groups. So we'll start off with the age groups, and we'll do your top 5 in reverse order. So in 5th place at the moment with 146 points is Ramsbottom. In 4th place on 178 points is the City of Manchester. In 3rd place with 200 points is Bolton Metro. In 2nd place with 297 points is the City of Salford. And in 1st place at the moment with a score of 624 is Wigan Best. Moving on to your championship scoring. And again in reverse order in your 5. In 5th place with 7 points is the City of Manchester. In 4th place with 8 points is Southport. In 3rd place with 9 points is Bolton Metro. In 2nd place with 48 points is Wigan Best. And out in front in this one with 56 points is the City of Salford.
So just at that turn then, we've got Elisa Boslam, who turned in 3:08.62, followed by Lauren Watson, who turned on 3:10.46. So they're coming up to their 6th lap now, and just turning on their 7th. And Elisa is still leading at the moment, followed by Lauren Watson, and Lily Duke is in 3rd currently.
Good luck message coming in. Good luck for your 800 your 800 metres freestyle, Chloe Ridge. You did amazing in the 400 IM. Well done, Wigan Best. Love from Auntie M. Nearly got me all confused there, Emma. 800 metres breaststroke. Oh my goodness, I don't think anyone would want to be doing that. But thank you for the message. So this, as you can see, still making the way back down the pool. We've got Alyssa out in front. With Lily, Lauren and Kate all having a battle, as we said, in the middle of the pool as well.
I've always wondered about how they count the lanes, and now I can see that they've got the numbers in front of them when they turn, which is very helpful.
I've got to be honest, it won't help me either way.
So they are halfway through now because they've just done 8, so they've got 16 altogether.
Yep, and as we said, at the halfway turn, Alyssa went at 5:06.42. Alyssa's entry time was 10:27.76. More messages coming in on Twitter. I'll let you off, Emma, no worries. As I said, once again, they made their way back down the pool. Again, Alyssa's still out in front. And it is as we were, really. With Lily, Lauren and Kate. Lauren just having a very slight advantage over Kate. And Alyssa turning in 6:25.49 this time.
So Alyssa's still turning first. She's just turned on 7:04.82, followed by Kate from Leyland on 7:07.61, and then Lauren 7:07.64. So it's quite close between second and third there.
All right, so here we go with some finalists for the Men's Open 100 metres breaststroke. In your 12 years age group from Bolton Metro, we have Samuel Williams. From the Isle of Man, we have James Farnan. From Wigan Best, James Vaughan. Bolton Metro, Leo Talbot. From Ramsbottom is Cormac Whiteley. And from Southport is Callum Byrne. The reserve finalist from that one from Garstang is Aaron Nolt. Moving on to your 13 years age group, from City of Salford is Harry Oakes. Wigan Best, Alfie Owen. Crosby's William Irvine. Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe. Crosby's Dylan Madkin. And the City of Manchester's Albert Smith. Your reserve finalist for that one, from Burnley Bobcats, is Benjamin Cook. And from Crosby is Nicholas Castorina Moss. Moving on to your 14 years age group, Finalists from Blackpool Aquatics is Jonathan Waters. Oldham Aquatics, Oliver Parry. City of Salford, Luke Aitken. Crosby's Ethan Kelly. City of Manchester is James Fothergill. And from Preston is Isaac Jones. Your reserve finalists for the 14 years age group is Joshua Keogh and Joshua Hayes. Moving on to your 15 years. Moving on to your 15 years age group finalists. From City of Manchester, Lewis Gilbert. From Liverpool Penguins, Max Harvey. From City of Manchester, Zalmin Gal. From Preston, Harvey Kinnear. Ramsbottom, Finlay Pope. Leyland Barracudas, Ethan Roberts. And your reserve finalists from Carnforth, Felix Breakwell, and from Liverpool Penguins is Luke Curran. Okay, so as they come down for the final time, and as it has been for the entirety of the race, Alyssa is out in front, although Lauren and Kate having a massive battle as well in lanes 4 and 5. As I said, Alyssa's entry time was 10:27. She's going to be well under that. Kate coming through hard as well, but on the touch for Alyssa, it is in 10 minutes 17:81. As we said, Kate touched second in 10:19:60, with Lauren Watson touching third in 10 minutes 20:74. So Pollyanna's coming into the last 15 metres. Pollyanna's entry time was 11 minutes 3:34, and she's going to go well under that. There you go, Pollyanna touching in 10 minutes 56:58. We move on to heat number 2.
So in heat number 2, in lane 1, we've got Lucy Dursley from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Grace Taylor from Bolton Metro. Lane 3 is Lucy Whittles from the City of Salford. Lane 4 is Ebony Thorburn from Southport. Emily Wade is in lane 5 from Leyland Barracudas. And lane 6 is Caitlin Postolacci Suchu from City of Salford.
Okay, we move back to your finalists for the men's open 100 metres breaststroke. In your 16 years age group, from Bolton Metro is Luke Berry. From the City of Manchester is Eva Clayton. From Blackpool Aquatics is Matthew Charlesworth. From Wigan Best is Samuel Grimes. From Southport is Cameron Ayres. And from Blackpool Aquatics is Maxwell Sturzica. Your reserve finalist for this one from Southport is Joseph Jones. And from Bury and Elton is Charlie Shine. Moving on to your 17 years and over. Your finalists for this one from Southport are Fraser Cook. From City of Manchester is Toby Ranson. From Oldham Aquatics is Dakota Ravatelli. City of Salford's Luke Adams. From Preston we've got Nathan Holmes. From the Isle of Man we've got Alexander Turnbull. And your reserve finalists for that one from Southport is Thomas O'Donnell. And from the City of Salford is Nathan Lockett. You have 15 minutes if there are any swimmers wishing to withdraw from the finals.
So currently in this heat, Caitlin turned 1:48.29, followed by Lucy Whittles. That's very close, actually, in 1:48.74. And then we had Emily Wade, 1:49.61. It's quite close at the moment. They're battling hard. With 12 to go now. Really, really strong swimming from all of them at the moment.
Yeah, so as you said, that's a quarter of the race done there. Caitlin still out in front on the turn, over in lane number 6, turning at 2:27.21. But Emily Wade next to her in 5, and also Lucy Whittles also turned on 2:27s. So again, as we go through the 200 mark, they're all very close together. So again, you've got lanes 3, 5 and 6. Let me see. Turning first at that point, Emily Wade now of the Leyland Barracudas, turning 3:05.45. Lucy Whittles turning 3:06.18, followed by Caitlin, as we said, from the city of Salford in 3:06.33. As I said, all the rest of the field working hard as well. But again, it is Emily who's now got around about a body length's lead over the two Salford swimmers in Lucy Whittles and Caitlin Postelacci-Suciup.
So halfway through this, Emily turns at 5:00.42, followed by Caitlin 5:03.84, and then we've got Grace 5:03.96. So they're all quite close again. So they're halfway through now.
I'll never know, but I'm sure they're starting to feel the burn. Another 8 of these, as you said. Emily turning first. Emily's entry time was 10 minutes 8.20. So we'll see how much pace Emily can hold through this second 400.
So Emily's starting to pull away from the pack, and she will turn with 6 laps to go. And she turns on 6:17.41, followed by Grace turning at 6:20.81.
Yes, as you said, around about a 3-second advantage Emily has at the moment. As we said, at the turn it was Grace Taylor, but over in 6th, as she always does, Caitlin fighting hard. Yeah, but again, at turn number 11, as I said, it was Emily Wade, turning at 6:55.77. I think at this point I won't be able to feel my arms and legs. It's absolutely fantastic effort for any of the swimmers going through this particular event, as well as the 1500, which obviously we'll see tomorrow. So we have around about 200 metres left. Again, Emily Wade turns 7:34.64 this time. Just extending a lead very, very slightly over Grace Taylor of the Bolton Metro. She turned on 7:38.16. Well, as we said, they're all working very hard indeed.
So Emily's still ahead. So the whistles tell the swimmers that they've got 2 lengths left. And we've got Emily still ahead, with Grace fighting hard, 3 seconds behind her. And Lucy coming in 3rd place at the moment. And we're just on the home straight now, with Emily just edging ahead and Grace fighting hard. And Emily takes 1st place at 10:05.02, with Grace in 10:08.67, and in 3rd place is Lucy Dursley, 10:15.52. And Lucy lost her hat somewhere in the pool and carried on fighting to the end. Well done. We're on now to heat number 3. So in heat number 3 in lane 1, we've got Blair Richardson from the Isle of Man. In lane 2, Scarlett Lisenby Trace from Stretford. Lane 3 is Alice Volkovaya from the city of Salford. Lane 4 is Eliza Radcliffe from Prescott. Lane 5 is Heather Moore from Southport. And lane 6 is Jenna Cross from Preston. So turning there after 100. Lane number 3 is Alice Volkovaya,
Turns in 1:09.07. As you would imagine in the early going, nothing much between anybody. So again, Alice still turning first. She turns there in 2:24.38, followed by Heather Moore of Southport in 2:25.37, and Eliza Radcliffe for Prescott in 2:25.54. So we said Alice just out in front, but as we said, very close in 4 and 5. As I said, as they move up through 250 metres of this 800-metre freestyle race. So as I said again, Alice turning first, but Eliza there in lane number 4, catching all the time at the minute. So on that turn, like I said, Alice just pushing back and then getting herself a little bit of a lead there, just under a second over Eliza. As I said, that was your 300-metre turn there. So at the halfway turn, it is Alice and Eliza. Alice turning first on 4:55.99. And so Eliza in lane number 4 turning on 4:56.54. Yep, so as you can see at the 500-metre turn there, Alice still out in front. Instead, we're just under a second advantage. It seems Alice keeping an eye as she makes her way up and down the lane on Eliza. But again, both of them battling it out. As we said, in this 16 lengths. So again, Alice got herself now a 1.11 second lead at the 600 turn. Starting to put her foot down a little bit here. Here's Alice, but Eliza is responding. You know, Alice Volkovaya there definitely put her foot down on the gas. Gone from a 1.11 seconds advantage to over a 2 second lead now. So as we said, as Alice and Eliza come down, they'll start to hear the whistles soon, indicating they've got 100 metres left. As we said, Alice now with a 3 1/4 second lead. So at the 750 turn, Alice turns around in 9 minutes 18:37. As I said, entry time at 9:43. She'll be happy. She's coming through, and she knows she's coming in towards the last 25 of her particular race. Instead, Eliza not giving up there, giving it everything she's got. In second place, as is the same with the rest of the swimmers, as they are all making their way back down for the final time. But as Alice comes under the flags and into the wall, she's going to be touching in a time of 9 minutes 54:10. Coming in second place, we have Eliza at 10 minutes 1:16. And touching the wall third, over in lane number 5, is Heathermore of Southport in 10 minutes 8:42.
Moving on now to heat number 4. And in heat number 4, in lane 1, we've got Cara Twill from the city of Salford. Lane 2 is Lucy Parsons from Prescott. Lane 3 is Katie Lee from the city of Salford. Lane 4 is Fiona Byrne from the city of Liverpool. Lane 5 is Chloe Ridge from Wigan Best. And lane 6 is Martha Miller from Preston.
So as you can see in the early goings, lane 2 and 3, is Lucy Parsons of Prescott, Katie Lee of the City of Salford. They are out in front. Right, with lane number 4, Fiona Byrne from the City of Liverpool. Yeah, only between the turns on the first and second after the 200 there. It's only just over a tenth of a second between them. As we said, after the 200 turn.
So currently we've got Lucy Parsons in lane 2, has just turned before in 4:06.39, and turned again now for 4:42.49, and we've got Katie Lee following closely behind with 4:44.95, and Fiona Byrne is also, there's only 2 seconds between each one of them, 4:46.72.
Yeah, so as you can see, coming into the turn, it is still Lucy Parsons out in front, turning at 5:54.55.
And turning in 6:30.47 is Lucy Parsons from Prescott, followed by Katie Lee, 6:35.95, and Fiona, 6:37.15, all still very close between 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah, again, so at the 600 metre turn, Lucy still out in front, turning on 7:06.61. Got herself just short of 7 seconds on the second place Katie Lee, who turned at 7:13.34.
And we are just coming to the last turn for these girls now. So and Lucy's just turned for her last 50 on 8:53.93. And her entry time was 9:28.64. I'm sure she'll be quite close to that today. And Lucy has come in first and just beaten her entry time, so she's come in at 9:28.60, followed by Katie Lee on 9:38.57 and Fiona in third place on... No, it's not Fiona. Fiona in third place, 9:42.13. And that's all the swimmers from Heat 4. Moving on to the last heat of this event, Heat 5. And in this last heat, Heat 5, in lane 1, we've got Amelie Bloxage from the city of Salford, and in lane 2, also from the city of Salford, is Ella Bloxage. And then lane 3, Caitlin Lansom from the city of Manchester. Lane 4 is Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro. Lane 5, Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best. And lane 6 is Evie Clare from the city of Manchester.
Another good luck message. Good luck to Charlotte Collinson in the 55 final. You'll smash it. Love from Sadie, so thank you, Sadie. As I said, with Amelie and Ella in lanes 1 and 2. Not sure how Mum and Dad will be feeling wherever they're watching that at the moment. An interesting subplot to this particular heat as we go through it. So after the 100, it's Caitlin Lansom turning first. As I said, from the city of Manchester, she turned at 1:04.10, followed by Eleanor Kay. I said her entry time, her turn time was 1:04.53. So again, at the 150 turn, it is still Caitlin and lane 3 out in front. A battle going on in the outside lanes by the two 13-year-olds in Amelie and Evie Clare. Only around 0.2 of a second between them on that particular turn. So as I said, races everywhere in this particular heat. But again, after 200, as I said, quarter of the way through is Caitlin. Still turning first, 2:12.13 on this particular one. And Eleanor, as we said, it is as you were. Eleanor in second, 2:14.42, with Olivia Sheehan of Wigan Best turning third in 2:17.17. As always, after this particular heat and before we start the finals, we will be having 5 minutes just to get ourselves set. So there will be a 5-minute interval, but then we will be getting straight into the finals. Before we head off home and come back tomorrow and do it all again. So Caitlin's still out in front with around about just short of a 3.5 second lead over Eleanor. Or it was on that particular turn anyway. We'll have a look at just how far or where she is when she turns in a moment. So she turns at 300 at 3 minutes 20.76. And she's now got just short of a 5-second lead over Eleanor Kay. Working out is also Olivia Sheehan in lane 5 and starting to push as well. In lane number 1 is Amelie Bloxage. She turned third in 3:26.87. And again, Caitlin extends her lead this time to 6.14 seconds. As they come down to the halfway turn. As we said at the minute, obviously Caitlin's out in front. You would say second and third at the minute is going to Eleanor Kay and also Amelie Bloxage. Although Olivia Sheehan is in the mix as well. But as we said, it is Amelie who now turns second. But again, Caitlin's still got 6 seconds over the rest of the field. So I said, Caitlin out in front, and then you've got Amelie, Eleanor, and also Olivia. As I said, at the 500 metres again, and as we have been all race, Caitlin out in front at 5:38.90, and now again edging further in front, just short of 7 seconds on your second place Amelie. You're down here in lane 1. We turned on 5:54.87. And as has been the rest of the actual lengths there, Caitlin now again stretching out. As I said, just short of a 7.5 second head lead. And just goes now with Caitlin trying to beat her entry time, which was 8 minutes 54.84. She comes in here, she'll have 200 metres left after the turn. So with Amelie still in second, Olivia Sheehan is turning third. With Eleanor Kay in fourth. So there you go, the whistles indicating the last two lengths. Sweet, sweet music to the swimmers. Not so great for everyone else in the pool. As I say, as Caitlin turns for the final time, she turns in 8:31.44. And returning second is Amelie Bloxage, and she does. Let me see, Amelie turns in 8:40.33. So as I said, Caitlin makes her way home under the flags, and she will be touching at a time of 9 minutes 4:55. Coming home in lane number one is going to be Amelie Bloxage, and she's going to be touching the wall in a time of 9:14.14. Your third place goes to Eleanor Kay, 9:17.58, with Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best touching in 9:17.89. So there we go, all our swimmers are in. As we previously mentioned, we're going to have 5 minutes now before we get the finals underway. So yeah, as we said, around about 5 minutes time, hopefully we'll just get the results for the 800. We'll get them read out for you, and straight after, as we said, we'll head into our finals. Just as a reminder, the finals, the first set you're going to see is your men's 100 metres breaststroke, and then of course we will move on to the women's 50 metres butterfly finals as well. So just to give you a reminder what's coming up tomorrow, in day number 4, session number 7 in the morning. It's just basically a reversal of everything you've seen today. So event 401 tomorrow will be your men's open 50 back. 402 will be your women's open 100 free. 403 will be your men's open 400 IM. And then we'll get into the finals for the 100 free for the women and the 50 back for the men. All right, so as promised, here we go with the results from the Women's Open 800 metres freestyle. In your 12 years age group, your winner in a time of 10 minutes 56.58 from Blackpool Aquatics was Pollyanna Kershaw. In your 13 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Caitlin Postalacci-Tutu. In second place from City of Manchester was Evie Clare. And in first place in a time of 9 minutes 14.14 from the City of Salford is Amelie Bloxage, who also wins the junior section and comes second in the senior section. In your 14 years age group, in third place from Leyland Barracudas is Emily Wade. In second place from City of Salford is Alice Volkovaya. And in first place in a time of 9 minutes 38.57, also from City of Salford, is Katie Lee. Moving on to your 15 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Chloe Ridge, my apologies. In second place from City of Salford was Cara Torhill. And in first place in a time of 9 minutes 28.60 from Prescott is Lucy Parsons. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place from Prescott was Eliza Radcliffe. In second place from City of Salford was Ella Bloxage, who also takes third in the juniors. And in first place in a time of 9:17.58 from Bolton Metro is Eleanor Kay, who comes second in the juniors and third in the senior section. Moving on to your 17 years and over, in third place from the City of Liverpool was Fiona Byrne. In second place from Wigan Best was Olivia Sheehan. And in first place from City of Manchester in a time of 9 minutes 4:55 was Caitlin Lamsom, who also wins the senior section. Marshals, if we can start to get the finalists out onto the pool area, please. It is 20, as we said, around about 20 past, so we will get these finals rocking and rolling as soon as we can for you. Once again, marshals, if we can start to get finalists out onto the pool deck, please. Thank you. Okay, so as we said, we are going to get started with our finals for this afternoon. And first up this afternoon is event 355, which is going to be your men's 12 years 100 metre breaststroke final. Okay, so as we said, this is event 355, the men's 12 years, 100 metres breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Bolton Metro, Samuel Williams. In lane number 2 from the Isle of Man, James Parnan. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best, James Vaughan. In lane number 4 from Bolton Metro, Leo Talbot. In lane number 5 from Ramsbottom, Cormac Whiteley. And in lane number 6 from Southport, Callum Byrne. So as we said, off we go in the 12 years age group for the 100 metres breaststroke final. Nothing much to pick between them at the moment. Go through the first 25, as I said. Could possibly just be the Golden Lanes who've got the advantage there in James and Leo. And as we get a better angle of it there, as you can see, there's a good 3-4 swimmers in front. But as I said, the Golden Lanes at the moment with James and Leo. As they touch at the wall and they turn back round, it is James Vaughan of Wigan Best at the minute. He took the touch at the turn on 41.87. As we did say and have been saying through the entirety of this particular race, Leo was second in 41.99. And it's very tight as we come back down. We're going through 75. There's that 25 left in the particular race, and it does look like Leo does have the lead and is pushing in front. Also, lane 1 in Samuel. His teammate is pushing hard as well. And lane number 5, Cormac. As he said, but as they are coming under the flags, Leo is out in front. And as they come in to touch the wall, it is Leo in 1:28.65. James comes second, James Vaughan in 1:28.95. And Cormac touching the wall in 1:29.13.
And the next event is event 356, which is the men's 13 years 100 metre breaststroke. So your swimmers this afternoon in lane 1 is Harry Oakes from the city of Salford. Lane 2 is Alfie Owen from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is William Irvine from Crosby. Lane 4 is Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. Lane 5 is Dylan Madican from Crosby. And lane 6 is Albert Smith from the city of Manchester.
Okay, so coming up last and in first, as I said, was lane 4. Sam Sutcliffe. I say Albert Smith in 6th though, pushing hard. And to be fair, not much between any of them as they make their way through the first, I'd say around about 30 and coming down into as we said, just looking, it's probably the Golden Lanes again at the moment. 3 and 4 with William Irvine and Sam Sutcliffe. Soon see as they get some times. is William Irvine touching first in 38.96. Sam Sutcliffe on 39.08. All to play for down this back 50. And still, as he said, much of a line. It's going to be a choice for third place. First, as we said, first and second. First and second, so Sam Sutcliffe is out in front. But you've got Dylan working hard in 5, and also William in 3. They look like you're 1, 2, 3 at the moment as they're coming under the flags. And it is Sam Sutcliffe as he's coming in. He touches the wall in 1 minute 23.03 with William Irvine in 1:23.99 and Dylan Madigan in 1:24.67. Okay, moving on to our next event. 357 is going to be the men's 14 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, Jonathan Waters. In lane 2 from Oldham Aquatics is Oliver Parry. In lane number 3 from the City of Salford is Luke Aitken. In lane number 4 from Crosby, Ethan Kelly. In lane number 5 from the City of Manchester, James Fothergill. And in lane number 6 from Preston, Isaac Jones. So as we said with the other finals, as you'd imagine, all pretty much up in a line to go through 25. Nothing to pick between lanes 2, 3, 4 and 6, I would say, looking down the pool. Oliver Parry in 2. He's out in front working very hard, coming up high out of the water. And as we turn, for the first and last time, he turns first at 35 dead. Second place is Luke Aitken, turning at 35.65, with Ethan turning at 35.69, so very close. As you see, making their way down the pool, there's 4 of them in contention for medals at the moment, I would suggest. I'd say it looks like Oliver has still got a little lead, or a slight lead, should I say, in 2, but coming back very, very hard indeed is lane number 4, which is Ethan Kelly. In fact, it might look like he's actually taken the lead. As they're in the last 15 and they are coming into the flags, it is Ethan who's coming underneath. He's going to be touching the wall and it is going to be in a time of 1:14.13. Second is Oliver Parry in 1:15.89 with Luke Aitken touching the wall in 1:16 dead.
And next up is event 358, which is the final of the men 15 years 100 metre breaststroke. In lane 1, we've got Lewis Gilbert from the City of Manchester. Lane 2 is Max Harvey from Liverpool. Lane 3 is Wan Ming Gao from the City of Manchester. Lane 4 is Harvey Kinnear from Preston. Lane 5 is Finlay Pope from Ramsbottom. And lane 6 is Ethan Roberts from Leyland Barracudas.
So up and out of the water first and into his stroke as lane 5's Finley Pope from Ramsbottom. And as I said, he takes the early lead at the moment. Working very, very hard indeed on his first 50 is Finley. Also lane 3 coming through, obviously Zalmin Gout. And I said he turns in 34.18 with Finley second. And then 35.43. But again, as they make their way back down the pool towards home, there's Zalmin Gout out in front. But we do have a battle on for second and third. With lanes 4 and 5 in Harvey and Finley. But again, as we come under the flags and into the wall, there's going to be lane number 3 as he touches in a time of 1:12.16. Second to touch the wall is going to be Harvey Kinnear in 1:15.97 with third place 1:16.71 Finley Pope. Okay, so we move on to event 359, your men's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Bolton Metro, Luke Berry. In lane number 2 from the City of Manchester, Eva Clayton. In lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew Charlesworth. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. In lane number 5 from Southport, Cameron Ayres. And in lane number 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Maxwell Sturziker. So as we were saying with all the 50s, well, the first 50s of these 100 finals, always very close as they're making their way down the pool. So lane number 3 is Matthew, who's out in front with around a body length lead. He touches in 32.74. Second place is Samuel Grimes of Wigan, touching at 34.07 as they make their way back home. And so here's Matthew Charlesworth of Blackpool Aquatics out in front. Well, we've got a race on for second and third, with lanes 2 and 4 going hard at it. As we said, Matthew Charlesworth still with a body length and a bit more as he comes under the flags. He makes his way in to the wall. He's going to be touching in a time of 1:09.28. Second place goes to Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best, 1:12.64. With third place, Eva Clayton of the City of Manchester in 1:13.05.
And on to the last of the 100-metre breaststroke finals. This is event 360, which is the men's 17 years and over. In lane 1 from Southport, we've got Fraser Cook. In lane 2 from the City of Manchester, it's Toby Ranson. And from Oldham Aquatics, lane 3 is Dakota Ravitali. And in lane 4 from the City of Salford is Luke Adams. In lane 5 from Preston is Nathan Holmes. And in lane 6 from the Isle of Man is Alexander Turnbull.
So again, off we go into the final of the 100-metre breaststroke. All the boys coming up from the underwater, around like 13, 14 metres up the pool. Fantastic. Lane number 3, and working very hard at the moment, in Dakota from Oldham Aquatics. As I said, it is Dakota out in front at the moment. Again, we're around about a body length lead. We'll see with the times as they turn, 36.7. Also Dakota, second place is Luke Adams of City of Salford in 31.75. Nathan Holmes is third from Preston in 32.09. So as he made away, as we said, coming up to 25 metres left in this particular final, it is still Dakota out in front. Working hard still from the City of Salford, as we said, is Luke Adams in lane number 4. And I would say lane number 5, Nathan Holmes, looks like he's in third at the moment as they come under the flags. And we're going to see on the touch what times everybody gets. Dakota touching at 1:07.74. Luke Adams second in 1:08.56. And third place was Toby Ranson in 1:10.13. Okay, so now we move on to the next set of finals, which is your Women's Open 50-metre butterfly final. And we start with event 361, which is your women's 10 and 11 years age group 50-metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalist, in lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Gracie Smith. So off Gracie goes for this 50-metre final. As you said, she comes in on a time of 39.35. We'll see what Gracie can do. Goes through the first 15 in around about 16, 17 seconds. And 15 metres left. She was turning on around, going through on 26, and she's coming under the flags into the wall. As we said, it's gone way under what she qualified for, and she does, and she touches in a time of 37.68. Well done, Gracie.
And we are now moving on to event 362, which is the women 12 years old 50-metre butterfly. In lane 1 from the City of Manchester, we've got Kerry Sullivan. In lane 2 from Stretford, we've got Olivia Rowland. And from Southport in lane 3 is Evie Sampson. In lane 4 from the City of Liverpool is Evelyn Flanagan. Lane 5 is Martha Sumnall from Everton. And in lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas is Megan Ellis.
So off we go into 12 years final. Great underwater work there from lane 2, but at the moment out in front looks like lane 6 in Megan Ellis of Leyland Barracudas. They go through 25s, very close this one though. And as I said, it's going to be hard work to try and pick a winner until we get that final camera shot. There it is, coming in at the moment. In front is lane number 3. It's looking like Evie Sampson, who's going to be coming into the wall, but it's anyone's guess for everything else. It is Evie Sampson in 33.67. Second to touch a wall was Curry Sullivan in 34.42. And Martha Sunnold touches third in 34.47. Okay, we move on to event 363, the women's 13 years 50-metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from the City of Salford, Gabrielle McCulloch. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane number 3 from City of Salford is Lucy Alesti. In lane number 4 from Charlie Marlins is Olivia Edgar. In lane number 5 from Preston is Hannah Luckhurst. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best, Neve Mussel. So off we go in the 13 years final. Cracking start over in lane 5 for Horner. The middle lanes though, Lucia and, as we said, Olivia working hard. But as they're coming through, it's still anyone's to go. It's in the last 15. Won't like to pick a winner. Looks like Lucia is out in front at the moment. Evie Cutler's coming back strong. It's going to be on the finish. Who's going to take it? There is Lucy Alesti in a time of 31.20. Coming second was Evie Cutter in 31.46. And third place goes to Olivia Edgar in 31.92.
Next up is event 364, which is the women's 14 years 50-metre butterfly. And in lane 1 from the City of Salford is Alice Volkovaya. And also from the City of Salford in lane 2 is Gracie Louise Potts. Lane 3, we've got Charlotte Collinson from Preston. And in lane 4 from the City of Salford is Grace Jackson. Lane 5 is Harriet Rawlings from Southport. And in lane 6 from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan.
So as we said, and as we always do, they come up in a line, as you can imagine. Looking like Grace Jackson might just have a very slight advantage going over the 25 in lane number 4. As I said, very close again, as you would expect and want in the finals. As I said, it looks like Grace Jackson is just out in front. Gracie Louise Potts in lane 2 is coming back hard. Who's going to take it? It is Grace Jackson in a time of 37.8. Second place goes to Gracie Louise Potts in 39.5. And third place is Charlotte Collinson in 31.12. Okay, moving on to event 365. Your women's 15 years 50-metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from the City of Salford, Brittany McAngu. In in lane number 2, from Wigan Best, Caitlin Mailer. In lane number 3, from Leyland Barracudas, Hannah Morris. In lane number 4, from Bolton Metro, Lisa Bazaghi. In lane number 5, from Bootle, Grace Morley. And in lane number 6, from Burnley Bobcats, Caitlin Wilson. So up and out of the water, very fast servers, Lisa Bazaghi in lane number 4. And in the early outgoings, I would say she's got the lead. Well, again, as we said, and as I sound like a broken record, it is very, very tight. And as we are moving through into the last 15 and the flags of the last 5, it is Lisa at the moment who is going to come in. It is Lisa Bazaghi, 29.24. Second goes to Hannah Morris in 30.05. And Caitlin Mailer takes third in a time of 30.35.
Okay. And moving on now to event 366, which is the women's 16 years 50-metre final butterfly. So lane 1 from Blackpool Aquatics is Elizabeth Gregson. In lane 2 from Wigan Best is Amy Crompton-Hesford. And in lane 3 from the City of Liverpool is Mia Boslem. In lane 4 is Tilly Copeland from the City of Manchester. In lane 5 is Francesca Brady from Wigan Best. And in lane 6 is Mia Mason from the City of Manchester.
So Tilly Copeland using the entire, or around about 15 metres underwater. And as you can see, it's aided her greatly. I'd say between Tilly and Mia, just at the moment, probably Mia with a little advantage, I would suggest. But as we're coming through towards the flags, it is Mia. Of everyone else, again, going to be very close. Mia touches in 29.55. Second goes to Francesca Brady in 30.69. And third place goes to Amy Crompton-Hesford in a time of 30.76. So we now move on to our final of the day. This is event 367, the women's 17 years and over 50-metre butterfly final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1, from Clitheroe, is Martha Smith. In lane number 2, from the City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones. In lane number 3, from the Isle of Man, Olivia Marshall. In lane number 4, from Preston, Ella Williams. In lane number 5, from Burnley Bobcats, Hattie Varley. And in lane number 6, from the City of Manchester, Lucy Canavan. So off we go for the final time this afternoon. And up they come in a line. And nothing to choose through the first 25. Again, you would say the Golden Lanes might just have a slight advantage over the rest, but very hard to choose from. It is still one big line here. Any of 4 swimmers can touch and take this one. Here we go. And it is in first place from the Isle of Man is Olivia Marshall in 28.72. Second place was Ella Williams, just 200 behind in 28.74. And in third place from the City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones in 28.96. And there we go. As we said, that is the racing concluded for this afternoon and for today. For everyone who's joined us on the stream on YouTube, we hope you've had another fantastic day watching great racing. And we hope to see you all again tomorrow. Just very quickly, for everything else, or the final things for me to do is to start to read some results out for you. So in the 12 years age group for the men's 100 metres breaststroke, in third place from Ramsbottom was Cormac Whiteley. In second place from Wigan Best was James Vaughan. And in first place in a time of 1:28.65 from Bolton Metro is Leo Talbot. In your 13 years age group, in third place from Crosby was Dylan Madkin. In second place, also from Crosby, was William Irvine. And in first place in a time of 1:23.03 from Ramsbottom was Samuel Sutcliffe. In your 14 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Luke Aitken. In second place from Oldham Aquatics was Oliver Parry. And in first place in a time of 1:14.13 from Crosby, Ethan Kelly. In your 15 years age group, in third place from Ramsbottom was Finlay Pope. Second place from Preston is Harvey Kinnear. And in first place from the City of Manchester, in a time of 1:12.16, Zhao Mingao, who also takes second place in the junior section. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place from City of Manchester was Eba Clayton. In second place from Wigan Best was Samuel Grimes, who also comes third overall in the juniors. And in first place in a time of 1:09.28 from Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew Charlesworth, who comes first in the juniors and third in the seniors. Moving on to your 17 years and over, in third place from City of Manchester was Toby Ranson. In second place from City of Salford was Luke Adams, who also comes second in the seniors. And in first place in a time of 1:07.74 from Oldham Aquatics is Dakota Ravitelli, who also takes first in the senior section. Moving on to our last set of results for today is again your women's 50 metre butterfly finals. So in your 10 and 11 years age group, in first place in a time of 37.68 from Wigan Best was Gracie Smith. In your 12 years age group, in third place from Everton was Martha Sumnall. In second place from City of Manchester was Kerry Sullivan. And in first place from Southport in a time of 33.67 was Evie Sampson. Moving on to your 13 years age group, in third place from Charlie Marlins was Olivia Edgar. In second place from Wigan Best was Evie Cutter. And in first place in a time of 31.20 from City of Salford was Lucy Alesti. Moving on to your 14 years age group, in third place from Preston was Charlotte Collinson. In second place from City of Salford was Gracie Louise Potts. And in first place in a time of 30.78, also from City of Salford, was Grace Jackson. Moving on to your 15 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Caitlin Mailer. In second place from Leyland Barracudas was Hannah Morris, who also comes third in the junior section. And in first place in a time of 29.24 from Bolton Metro was Lisa Bazaghi, who also comes first in the junior section. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Amy Crompton Hesford. In second place, also from Wigan Best, was Francesca Brady. And in first place, in a time of 29.55 from the City of Liverpool, is Mia Burslem, who also comes second in the junior section. Moving on to your last set of results, the women 17 years and over, 50 metres butterfly. Third place goes to City of Manchester's Olivia Lloyd-Jones, who also comes third in the seniors. Second place goes to Preston's Ella Williams, again coming second in the seniors. And in first place in a time of 28.72 from the Isle of Man is Olivia Marshall, who also comes first in the senior section. There we go, that is it. My voice is nearly gone. We'll see you all again tomorrow.